The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. And a pleasant good evening, everybody. This is Big Pauly coming to you with some HTBL baseball. Tonight we have Montreal leading the East Division at 13-4, taking on Cleveland, who leads the Mid-East at 11-6. And this is a new schedule we will be on. We'll be doing a HTBL game every 3 days, along with our HDFL. Off to a little bit of a late start tonight, but in the great tradition of the book, The Universal Baseball Association by Robert Coover, I have poured a pot of coffee. It is by my side, and we are ready to go. And we'll have the HTFL for you a bit later in the evening if you should be watching this before I put that out. Play ball! And we are off. It's Progressive Field in Cleveland. We have two division leaders squaring off, and I thought this would be a good time for some HTBL baseball. And we'll be back with you Thursday, and we'll be rotating one of our other series around the HTFL, which will continue to be Monday through Friday. So we'll have Legends of Boxing tomorrow, Big Pauly's Fight Night, and then we return to the Professional Wrestling Tour on Wednesday. So leading off for Montreal will be Tim Rock Raines. He's in left. Marquis Grissom in center. So a lot of speed in the opening part of the lineup for the Expos, which probably explains why they're 13-4 to open the season. Vladimir Guerrero, and he can impale the ball. He is in right. Andres Galarraga is at first base. He'll bat fourth. Gary the Kid Carter catching, batting fifth. Delino the Shield, another speedster, plays second and will bat sixth. Grabera at short, bats seventh. Wallach at third, bats eighth. And remember that in the HTBL, we use the pitchers to hit, no DH, because we have 100-man rosters. And I figured that would probably be the best way to do it. And I like to test the AI and see how they would handle a 100-man roster. Of course, you know, you'd have players all over the clubhouse and probably in the stands not being used. But Mike Torres will be the pitcher. He bats ninth. Defensively, for Cleveland, if I can find my mouse, here we go. Jesse Burkett is a 5 and a 5 in left. Tris Speaker, a 9 and a 9 at center field. Al Smith is a 5 and a 5 in right. Keltner famously robbed Joe DiMaggio of a few base hits to end his 56-game hitting streak in 1941. Is a 9 at third. Omar Vasquel is a 9 at short. Cupid Childs is a 7 at second base. Hal Trosky is a 5 at first. Behind the plate is John Romano, a 6 and a 5 arm. George Bradley will be the pitcher. He has a 5 range and an 880 fielding average. So far on the year, he is 2-1 with a 4.07 ERA. Whip and average below normal. In other words, they are higher than where they should be, according to his card. Now, Raines is a bunter, and let me set the preferences. I will be playing as Cleveland, the computer as Montreal. So we're going to bring the corners in right away for Rock Raines, and he walks. First walk of the game for Bradley. He has 6 walks, including this one, and 14 Ks. Marquis Grissom, 286, 16 for 56, no homers, and 9 RBIs. If you're wondering about Raines, he's 196 in the replay, 1 homers and 10 RBIs. The pitch. Strike 3 called, the first K for Bradley, so that gets him up to 15 on the year, we think. Vladimir Guerrero, 22 for 53, a 415 clip, 4 homers, 18 RBIs. Is OPS way above average for what it should be. And Raines was a threat to steal there. He did not, so the count will go to 1-0. Grounder to right field, a base hit. Raines is held at second, surprisingly. Did not want to test Smith's arm, which is average at best, so maybe the scouting report was a bit wrong when it came to that on the Expos' behalf. 2 on and 1 out for Andres Galarraga. 321, 4 homers and 12 RBIs so far this year. And this is skied to left. Burkett should get to that without a problem, and he does. And Raines holds at second again for the second out. Gary Carter, 254 on the year, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. The pitch is strike 3. So Montreal leaves 2 on, and we played a half inning with the score 0-0. Montreal 0 and Cleveland coming to bat. The lineup for Cleveland will go as follows. Burkett, left fielder, leads off. Childs at second base, bats second. Speaker, the center fielder, bats third. Trotsky is the first baseman. He bats fourth. Romano, catching, bats fifth. Smith at right, bats sixth. Vasquel at shortstop, bats seventh. Keltner is the third baseman, batting eighth. Bradley, who gave up 22 pitches, will pitch and hit in the 9-hole, as is frequently is the case. Defensively, for your Montreal Expos, Raines is a 6 and a 6 in left. Grissom, a 7 and a 5 in center. Vladimir Guerrero, a 7 and a 7 in right. Wallach is an 8 at third. Rivera, a 7 at short. The Shields could play second and left. He's playing second today. He's a 4. Galarraga is a 7 at first. Carter, a 9 and a 7 arm behind the plate. And Torres is a 7. And he is the pitcher, and his fielding average, 882. Coming into the game, Torres is 3-0, a 2.22 ERA. His whip and average doing much better than his card should indicate. His whip is 1.110, and the opposing batting average, 193. Jesse Burkett steps up, 308, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. And he is aboard. I let the computer handle the base stealing decisions and the base running decisions. And they're holding Burkett at first base for Cupid Childs. 267, no homers, and 4 RBIs. Throw over to first. Burkett is safe. No count on Childs. And that's up the middle, a base hit, and Burkett will hold at second base. And Childs stays at first, because he can't move up if Burkett's going to stay at second. Tris Speaker, 344, 2 homers, 9 RBIs on the year. See if Cleveland can jump on Mike Torres here. The pitch. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Burkett's going to score. And Childs scores. Speaker goes for 3. He's in there. A stand-up triple. 2-run triple for Tris Speaker, and the Indians are on the board with a 2-0 lead. Trotsky, your new hitter, a lefty. 308, 4 homers and 15 RBIs. Infield playing back. And that's got a little bit of sauce to it. That's a base hit that's going to score at least 1 run. Actually, it's all it's going to score is a run. Trotsky makes it to second. It's going to be a single and an error. And Cleveland now leading 3-0. John Romano, 174 to this point of the year. 2 homers, 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit to right center field. Trotsky's going to hold at third base. So Cleveland, runners at the corners, nobody out. For Al Smith, 333 on the year, 3 homers and 7 RBIs. That's going to also be a base hit. Romano will hold at second base, an RBI single for Smith. 4-0 Cleveland. And Torres has still not been able to get anybody out. Vasquel is up, 190 on the year, no homers, 2 ribbies. And that's a grounder. Great play by the Shields. They cannot turn to double play. Just the 4-6 to get the force. But finally, Montreal has an out. Runners at the corners for Ken Keltner. 196, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. And this is a grounder to the shortstop. Again, they get the force at second base, so it's 6-4 this time. So Keltner is your new runner at first. And the pitcher up to hit, George Bradley, he is 0 for 10 this season. Pitcher hitting in the very first inning. And this is hit to left, but Raines will get to that easy. Side retired, but not before. Cleveland in the very first inning makes it a 2-score game. Cleveland 5, Montreal nothing. Delino DeShields up now for Montreal. 138 clip for him. No homers, no RBIs. 4 for 29. And Bradley strikes him out. Number 3 so far in this game. 3 of the 4 outs he's gotten have been Ks. Orlando Cabrera is your shortstop for Montreal. A 227 average. A homer and 7 RBIs. And Bradley has the stuff tonight. That's his 4th K of the game already, and that's only 5 outs so far for Montreal. Tim Wallach, your 8-hitter, is up 388. So maybe he won't be an 8-hitter for long. He has 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up. Looks like Vasquel will get to it. He does. Side retired. So Montreal going down very quietly in the second. They still trail 5-0. Book 'em, Dano. Jesse Burkett, your leadoff man now. He did not have a plate. He had a plate appearance in the first inning, but not in at bat. He walked, and that started a big rally. And Burkett again gets the free pass to first base. Cupid Childs back up. He is 1 for 1 today. Really got things going with that base hit in the first. And that's up the middle. A base hit. Burkett will freeze at second base. So second verse, same as the first for Cleveland. Lost the first 2 games of this series. But they're looking to do well in the end of this series. We play our series is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I mess up the schedule. Friday is usually the day off for everybody. Tris Speaker back up, 1 for 1. And that's hit well to left, but it could go foul. Raines didn't get to it. So Speaker has another life to count 1 and 2 to him. Ball 4, the bases are full of Wahoos. Well, of course, Cleveland is no longer the Indians. They are the Cleveland Guardians. Trotsky back up. He's 1 for 1 on the day, so Cleveland looking for more. That's hit well to left. Raines makes the putout, but that should score a run. Burkett comes in 6-0 in favor of Cleveland. Romano is 1 for 1. He walks, and the Mamba line continues, the Conga line, I should say, for Cleveland against Torres, who is still in the game. He's up to 58 pitches, and he has only gotten an inning and a third in. Al Smith, 1 for 1. This is a grounder. Montreal cannot turn to double play. Child scores, and it's 7-0. But now Cleveland with 2 outs. Omar Vasquel, the 16th hitter Cleveland has had in these first 2 innings. The pitch. This is Sky to center. Grissom should get to it. He does. Side retired. So Cleveland getting 2 in the second to go with the 5 they got in the first. And it's 7-0. Torres up. Now you wonder if Montreal will pull him here. Bradley will pitch aggressively. Strike 3. That is K number 5 for Bradley. 43 pitches in 2 1/3, and he has retired 5 of the 9 batters himself. That is Raines, They did not fear the bunt here, so it was a grounder to second. Childs to Trosky, 4-3. And Grissom is up. He is 0 for 1. And that is an out. That was a bunt attempt. Why would you try a bunt down 7-0? Try to catch Cleveland off guard, probably, but they didn't fall for the bait. We played 2.5. Cleveland is up a touchdown on the Montreal Alouettes. I mean the Expos. Ken Keltner, 0 for 1. Hit pretty well to right, but Guerrero will get to it for the first out. Bradley will hit for himself. He's 0 for 1. Torres at 69 pitches. Grounder, Wallach, Galarraga, and that is out number 2. Don't tell me Cleveland's going to have a 1-2-3 inning here. Burkett, your leadoff man, up. He was up in the first, he was up in the second, he was up in the third. He has 2 walks to start the game. And this is hit to center. Grissom gets to it. And believe it or not, Cleveland goes 1-2-3 in the third, but they are up 7-0 as we go to the top of the fourth. Guerrero, 1 for 1. Strike 3 called. That is K number 6 for Bradley, who is now up to 20 Ks on the year. His ERA now down to 3.58. Cochran, Galarraga is 0 for 1. These Montreal uniforms are kind of confusing me. That was a line drive to Trosky. He caught it. Second out. And Gary Carter is 0 for 1. Hit well to center. That's got a lot of height to it. And the kid hits a home run. That is homer number 3 for Gary Carter. A 413-foot blast. And Cleveland now only leads by 6. It's 7-1. Gary Carter, of course, no longer with us. God bless him. Yours truly got to see him as a New York Met in spring training. Was either 85 or 86. So, yeah. The Shields is 0 for 1. And that's K number 7 for George Bradley, who's been going right along here. And we have a new pitcher. Beg your pardon. It's Dan McGinn. McGinn, 3 2/3 innings pitched. He has no ERA, no record. A whip of 1.636, and opponents are hitting 214 off of him. So Torres only going 3 innings. And McGinn will be the third hitter for Montreal, unless he's lifted, in the 5th. Childs is 2 for 2. Ball 4, and Childs is aboard, and he's a little bit of a base running threat, but you're up 6. Why would you run? Speaker, 1 for 1. Popped up, and Carter, can he get to this one? Yes, he can. A great play. And that's the first out for Montreal in the 4th. Trosky, 1 for 1. Now he's 1 for 2 on that K by McGinn, who is a lefty. That's the first K of the game. He is up to 4 on the season. 4 walks and 4 Ks. Romano is 1 for 1 so far today. And this is hit well to left, but Raines catches it at just about the warning track side, retired. So Cleveland with the goose egg in the 4th to go with their 1 on the 3rd, but they still lead 7-1. Cabrera is 0 for 1. Grounder to Trosky. Steps on the bag, so it's 3 unassisted, 1 out. George Bradley pitching now to Tim Wallach, who is 0 for 1 this day. This is hit well to center. Speaker will watch this one go. Home run, Tim Wallach, and it's now 7-2. That is homer number 3 for Tim Wallach. That went 421 feet, according to our estimates. Now, will Dan McGinn hit for himself here? Grounder to the shortstop, but Vasquel got a little league with it, and McGinn is on. They're going to rule that an error, E6 on Vasquel. So You never know. Stranger things have happened in baseball. Montreal making a comeback really wouldn't shock me. Raines is 0 for 1. Third time he is taking the plate. And that was K number 8 for Bradley. 2 outs now for Montreal in the 5th. Here is Marquis Grissom. That's going to be a base hit to left. Burkett scoops that up. McGinn can only move to second. Vladimir Guerrero, 1 for 2 so far today. And this is hit well. Burkett makes the play at the warning track. We are halfway home, and the score is 7-2. Montreal has scored the last 2 runs. We're going to take a 15-second commercial break. We will be back with you right after this. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. We're back. Big Pauly coming to you with the second half and beyond of this game if we go extra innings. It's Cleveland 7 and Montreal 2. Montreal leading the East 13-4 in this Atlantic lead, and Cleveland 11-6 in the Mid-East division of the Atlantic League. So this should be a playoff preview the way things look now. Al Smith is 1 for 2. We will be back Thursday with another game, by the way. That's ball 4. Smith aboard. Bringing up Omar Vasquel. 0 for 2. That's the second walk of the day for Dan McGinn. That's a base hit, and Smith holds his second. Everybody moving up a base. And Ken Keltner is 0 for 2. That gets away from the catcher, Carter, and both Smith and Vasquel move up a base. Count now 2-2 to Keltner. And this is a grounder. Cabrera charges, throws the first. They get the out, but the run scores, and it's 8-2. Now Bradley is a good bunter. He is 0 for 2 here. Infield, the corners are in for Montreal. We're going to try the old safety squeeze. And that might have been popped up. The animation will fly. Can McGinn get to it? He can. He throws to third. It's a double play. Oh, my goodness. So that's the old 1-5 double play. And the side retired. Cleveland did pick up a run, and they lead 8-2. Oh, how about that? So Montreal might be living right yet. They got 12 outs to pick up 6 runs, the way things stand now. Galarraga 0 for 2. And this is a grounder up the middle. Great play by Vasquel. He throws to Trotsky, 1 out. Hang a star on that baby, as Jerry Coleman used to say when he was doing games for the San Diego Padres. Carter, 1 for 2. Vasquel, this is a poor play, and it's an infield hit for Carter, perhaps. Yes, that's what they're going to rule. They'll give Carter a base hit, saying he would have been safe even if the throw wasn't poor. DeShields, 0 for 2. That's K number 9 for Bradley, who is now at 96 pitches. By the way, he can go 145. So as long as he stays out of trouble, I'm going to keep him in. Cabrera is 0 for 2. And this is hit to center, and Speaker gets to it, side retired. After 5.5, it's 8-2. Cleveland leading Montreal. Back to the top of the order again for Cleveland. I think this is their 4th time through. Burkett is 0 for 1. That's a sharply hit ball, base hit to right. And is Burkett going to go all the way? He is in there and inside the park. Home run for Burkett, and he has that speed. And it's 9-2. So there's something you don't see every day. The old inside the Parker. Childs is 2 for 2. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. As the hit party continues for Cleveland in this game, that is hit number 9. They've only left 4 on base, and Montreal has left 5. Speaker, 1 for 2. And that's a line drive and a double play. They double up Childs, Galarraga, just a soft line drive, and Childs was a dead duck. So Trotsky, the last hope for Cleveland, in the 6th, he is 1 for 2. Grounder to the Shields, over to Galarraga, side retired. We're 3 outs away from the 7th inning stretch. It's 9-2 Cleveland. Bradley is at 98 pitches, so he'll be flirting with that pitch count of his. Wallach is 1 for 2. Grounder to Childs, over to first, 1 gone. McGinn, we don't know if they'll pull for a pinch hitter here. They do. It is Peter Bergeron. Sounds like a hockey player. He is 0 for 1 on season 1.1, which is what we're calling this because we started the season last year and couldn't finish it. The pitch. This is Romano to Childs. A bunt play thwarted by Cleveland. And Raines is back up. He's 0 for 2. Keltner, Trotsky, 7th inning stretch time. 9-2 Cleveland. As you see there, we have a new pitcher now, Don DeMola, coming in for Montreal. 3 innings pitched, no record, no saves, and a 3 ERA. Hornets hitting .250 off of him, but his whip a little above average at an even 1. Romano is 1 for 2. That's K number 1 for DeMola. He has 5 overall with no walks this season. Al Smith, 1 for 2. That's going to be a base hit to left. And Smith aboard. Omar Vasquel, 1 for 3. And this is hit to left, but foul. Count now 2-2 because we used the one pitch mode in Action PC Baseball. Spit it out, Paul. The pitch. This is going to be a slow grounder. But the Shields only has 1 play, and that's the Galarraga. So Smith will move to second. It's Keltner, and then it's the pitcher Bradley, who is now up to 110. The pitch. Sharply hit, but this is a catch by Raines in foul territory, side retired. We have played 7, Cleveland 9, and Montreal 2. Grissom is 1 for 3. Bradley is strong. Goes right back to the pitcher, over to first for the out. He's at 115. Keep in mind that pitch count 145. Guerrero is 1 for 3. And this is hit well to center. Speaker, just about at the warning track, makes the grab. 2 outs. And it's Andres Galarraga, who is 0 for 3. And this is skied to center. Speaker gets to it. And Bradley has about 24 pitches to play with in the 9th. So he will hit for himself here with the score 9-2 in the bottom of the 8th. We'll try to get him in a complete game. The pitch. Grissom charging, makes the out. 1 gone. Burkett is 1 for 2. And this is hit well to right, but Guerrero has great speed. He makes the play. 2 out. For Childs, who is 3 for 3 on the day. Guerrero ranges to his left. He throws to Galarraga, and the side is retired. 9-2 going into the top of the ninth. Bradley is fine. We hear from those who know him best. Let's see, I might want to make one substitution, though. And I'm going to take Burkett out. I'm going to take Burkett out of the game. Okay, that's not it. This might be it. And I want to put some defense in left field. And we're going to go with, let's see here. Bell is an 8. Sizemore is an 8 with better fielding. Let's see. What's Bell's arm? He's an 8 and a 6. We're going to put Bell in left field. Albert Bell, an 8 and a 6 in left. And that's all those substitutions we're going to make, despite the score being 9-2. Carter is 2 for 3. Hit to center. He had a homer earlier, but not this time. Speaker charges in. Range is to his left. Makes the put out there as 1 gone. The Shields 0 for 3. Ball 4. Walk number 2 for Bradley. Cabrera is 0 for 1. And this is hit to center. Speaker, 2 outs. So now it's all down to Tim Wallach, who had a homer earlier. He is 1 for 3. But Termal Sledge is going to come into the game. He's 0 for 1 on the season. And that's strike 3. And that ends the game. George Bradley pitches a complete game, and Cleveland wins 9-2. He had 10 Ks, so that last K of Sledge got him to number 10. Montreal had to use 3 pitchers. Torres will be your loser. He's 3-1. Bradley, your winner, to go to 3-1. Your MVP of the game was George Bradley because he pitched a complete game. Gave up 2 runs, but was very effective getting 10 Ks. He used up 138 of his 145 pitches. So we will be back with you Thursday for another HTBL game. You won't see Montreal nor Cleveland in it, but we'll try to find the best game available out of this next round of games in the next series. This has been Big Pauly coming to you, wishing you well. Godspeed. God bless. We will do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.